How's it going, influencers and soon-to-be influencers? My name's Jeremy. Welcome back to Jeremy Hustles. In today's video, I'm jumping into the 3 videos that I got approved with. I just had someone reach out on one of my other videos asking about showing my 3 videos that got approved. And I know, like, looking at other influencers or content creators, this is one of the more common questions for people looking to get into the program, because you only get 3 chances to be approved once you get to the part where you're uploading your videos. So I was approved within 1 week with these 3 videos, so let's not waste another second. We'll jump right into it. All right, so we're over here on my storefront, and I've done a lot of reviews now. I got over 60 reviews, but if you go all the way back to my earliest ones, I did my Wormsock heated glove liners, I did my JBL Bluetooth speaker, and I did the crypto device. It's called a Ledger Nano. It's like a wallet security code to protect your cryptos. So those are the 3 I chose. So before we dive into my videos, there are things you need to know about your first 3 videos. First of all, horizontal. Don't mess around with your first 3 videos. Do horizontal. I used my webcam in this backdrop in this room. It's just it's my spare bedroom. There's really not much in the backdrop. The Amazon does not like stuff in the backdrop. You can't have family photos. You don't want people to be able to see a street sign. No personally identifiable information in your background. So that is like number 1 is clean background. Make it as simple as possible. You guys do not overthink your first 3 videos. Pick products that you already know, love, and are familiar with. If you do that, you're going to be able to talk about them with enthusiasm, give good information. And if you don't know what to say, go find the question and answer section on those products and see what people are asking about those products and answer those questions. The other thing you can do is go to the product you want to do a review on and look at the other influencer videos for inspiration, or just to see what can I do better or differently than everyone else. So those are the big things. Obviously, you can't mention price. Do not say anything about the price of the product. And that goes not just for your first 3, but any video. Never mention price. Never compare to another, like a competitor. Never say, this is better, X is better than Y. These guys are better than this one because this. Just stick to what you love about the product, what you don't like about the product. I've always been honest in all my reviews and point out if there's something I don't like about it, I point it out. But usually it's not a deal breaker, because all of the items that I have reviewed, I have used for a long period of time, at least for now. There's hardly any of these that I actually bought and immediately did a review on. So most of these are products that I've had and you've used, so I can speak to them confidently and in one take. I didn't have to think about it all that much. So use products like that. And don't use like medicine. Don't use things that might catch you making a medical claim like, oh, this vitamin makes you feel better. You do that, you're going to get shut down instantaneously. So I went with electronics and the gloves. I mean, I guess technically the gloves are electronics, but let's just jump in and I'll kind of point out, in my reviews, kind of what I did. But I got approved with these 3, and these are the actual thumbnails that I made. I did do a custom thumbnail. All I did was take a scene from the video and do the snipping tool on Microsoft, snip that out, and then added the text over it. Now, I'll scroll up because I stopped doing this pretty quick. I got some feedback from my cousin who got me into the program that this was kind of hard to read, so I went just bright yellow. But then I found a format on Canva that I actually like, because I was just adding text in Photoshop to these ones. But I'm not going to go back and change them, because I want to be able to look back and remember my early days in the program. So I haven't changed any of this, but I am now using this format going forward. And you can use whatever you want, but go on Canva. They make it really easy. I just upload the snip that I took, put it on the background, and change the text on the format that I like. So let's jump into the reviews that I did here. So we'll start with the heated gloves. I had to give you my feedback on the Wormsock rechargeable heated glove liners for men. I am freaking loving these as a mail carrier that is out in the wintry weather for hours in a day. These have saved my hands more than I could even explain. They do come in a nice box, magnetic. You can hear it clicking. Love that. Then inside you have your gloves. Now, the thing I love about these is they're super comfortable. They are like isotoners. They have that nice soft material on the top. They're Velcroed, so you can keep snow out if you're shoveling or snowboarding, skiing. But they're really easy to use. You have this button right here. You just hold it down, and it goes red. That is the hottest temperature. White is medium. Blue is the coolest temperature, and you got a battery indicator across the bottom to tell you what your charge level is. These get really, really warm on the highest setting. So once they're warm, take that edge off, then I'll drop it back down to the white or even the blue setting to save some battery life, or I'll turn it off altogether and then turn it back on when I need it because they heat up real fast. Now, I'm a pretty normal sized man. I'm 6'1", about 230 pounds, and these are the medium larges, and they fit perfectly. They have some texture on the palm, which I needed to be able to, move the mail in my hands and thumb through paper. But they also, if you can see on the thumb and forefinger, you can actually use that to touch your smartphone or any kind of electronic device that is touch sensitive. Now, the batteries look a little something like that. And it does come with a charger, little USB charger here. It's got a light on it that indicates it's red when they need to charge or they are charging, and it goes green when they are fully charged. And it's pretty dang simple. The battery has a little port on it, and you just plug each of the batteries in. And it does come with a wall converter, so you can just plug that right into the wall or really any USB port, and it will charge the batteries. The batteries are stored in the lower wrist. So as you can see on this glove here, the battery is inside with the wire attached. All in all, I absolutely love them. Would highly recommend them to anyone if you're skiing, snowboarding, you're outside in the winter air, freezing your little digits off, you're going to want the Wormsock. So I hope that helps you make an informed decision and you can invest in them comfortably knowing that they are awesome gloves. So there's video number 1. I wanted to point out why I need them to relate to the potential buyer, to point out kind of what I was looking for, because then they might go, oh, you know what? I do stuff like that. I'm outside shoveling and it's cold, so you want to put real life examples, and then you talk about the features that you love about it, what people want to know about it, and then, just encourage them to, you can buy confidently because these are amazing. I always try to end with you can't do like a call to action, like, go buy these now, but like buy with confidence is just my go-to. So that's number 1. Let's jump over now to the Bluetooth speaker. Talk about it. JBL Charge 5 wireless Bluetooth speaker. I was all over Amazon looking for the right Bluetooth speaker. I've had a Bose for a long time, but we were floating the river at my in-laws' property and we couldn't get it wet. And so we always had to stuff it inside something to protect it. And the sound sounded really bad. It just was not good because it wasn't waterproof and it just didn't get very loud. And just a little bit about me, I have had car stereos since I was 16. I've played professionally in music bands. I still play music to this day. Music is a big part of my life, and good sound is absolutely critical to me. And when we compare that with waterproof, this literally takes the cake. I absolutely love this speaker. So when we open it up, it comes in a really nice box with a flip top. You can even see the magnets there, so that it magnets to itself, which is always, I love that feature about these boxes. But I went with the silver. I think the silver looks the best. It's way less boring than just plain old black. But it's pretty simple. I'm a pretty average sized man. Those are my hands. It fits in the palm of both my hands. So it's not a large speaker. And because I couldn't find definitive information that was going to tell me if I would like the sound of this or not, I actually went to Walmart to listen to them because they had them all set up. And I compared this to the next step up in the same line. I compared it to the steps down. I compared it to the Bose, to all the other ones that were there at Walmart. And this, hands down, was the best sound. On top of it, it's got some of the best waterproofing as well. It's very simple to use. You got play, you got volume up, you got the Bluetooth syncing, you got the power button, volume down, and shuffle. On the sides, you got your subwoofers. And then on the bottom, you can actually, this thing has such a massive battery. They say you can get over 20 hours of battery life off this speaker. But because it has such a big battery bank, you can actually charge devices off of it through that USB port. And then they have this little rubber cap, basically, to keep the water out from there. And then the USB-C charging port right there. It does have this rubber grip on the bottom, so when you set it, you can't see it on the camera, but when you set it on a flat surface, it doesn't slide around. It's got a really nice like fabric texture on it. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. This thing sounds amazing. I've never been happier with a Bluetooth speaker. I actually have a video clip of me dropping it in water. I'll try to add that in here just to show you, but this has been underwater multiple times and it's still kicking. So buy confidently. If you are looking for a good waterproof Bluetooth wireless speaker, look no further. The JBL Charge 5 has everything you need. So there you go. Now you can see here, title is important. Can a small Bluetooth speaker actually sound good? Can a small speaker have big sound? I'm trying to ask a question so people will be like, can it? Does that one have that? So you're trying to use some clickbaity stuff. I don't do as clickbait with my more up-to-date stuff, but I still try to ask a question, stuff like that. Now, you will notice I did go a little bit against the advice I gave you at the beginning about comparing to others. I still got approved doing it, but I think it's because it's subjective. I went and listened to speakers, and I liked the sound of this one the best. Because I can't play music because of copyright and stuff. That's another thing. Make sure if you have sound in your video that it can't be detected for copyright. So make sure, that's why I didn't put any music in this, but I did show you drop it. I dropped it in the water. You can see the music going, stuff like that. So I tried to illustrate it and talk about all the things that I love about it and why someone would want to buy it, and reassure through my personal history in music that I think this thing sounds good. So last one that I got approved with was the Nano Ledger. Now, notice, because a lot of people will tell you, if you listen to a lot of other content creators, they'll say 30 seconds to maybe a minute and a half. 2:26, almost 3 minutes, 2.5. Like, I aim for anywhere from 1.5 to 3 minutes is kind of my benchmark. But don't worry so much about length if you're giving good information and keeping the flow going. So let's check this one out. Hey there. So I wanted to talk about the Ledger Nano S. Is this still a viable piece of crypto security equipment in 2023? The Nano Ledger S has been out for quite some time now. I've personally used this device for over a year. And I have never had an issue with security. And if you've been in crypto, if you're on this page, I'm assuming you're into crypto, interested in crypto, looking to get into crypto, and are concerned about security. That's always a huge concern in that space because there has been numerous hacks on people's wallets, stuff like that. This device can single-handedly protect the assets that you store through this cold wallet. And no one can access these wallets without you entering the code. And the way that you do that, it comes with this handy little cable here, which is just a USB or a micro USB. Once you plug it in, it boots up, and then it asks for your PIN number. Let me see if I can zoom you in on that here. Enter PIN. So these top two buttons, that's up and that's down. And then when you hit both of them, that's enter. So once you enter your code, so now I have my code entered and it wants to know what network I'm using. Avalanche, are we going to use Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain? So I pretty much only ever use the Ethereum network. Once you pick it, you hit both of them and it says application is ready. And then from here, it's quite simple. You go, because this will be connected to your MetaMask. When you set up your MetaMask, you'll tell it that you're using your Ledger Nano S, and it'll walk you through the setup on that. It's too much to go into for this video. But then when you do your transaction, it will ask you to basically confirm it on your device. So no one can go in utilizing your wallets without the device to confirm that transaction. So I've been very happy with my Nano S. And I don't see any need to really get anything more. I just think this is a great unit for what it does, and I haven't needed anything else. So I'm very happy with it, and I think you will be too if you're looking for some crypto security. So there you have it. Those are my 3 videos. This is what people are I think as a consumer, what are they asking? What do they want to know? Is this device? This is an older device. Like, is it still good? Has new stuff come out? Because technology goes out of date really quick. And so that was the question I wanted to answer. I've used that thing, for a long time. And like I said in the video, I've never had any problems. But I didn't mention something like it's the cheapest option or for the, even for the price. I try to avoid any conversation around price for the first 3 videos. After the first 3 videos, I do mention great value and stuff like that, but I still don't mention specific prices. So hopefully that gives you an idea. You go inside my head a little bit in terms of what I did, the products that I chose, and hopefully you can just utilize this information to help you develop your 3 videos. If you have any questions, obviously ask in the comment section. I answer all comments, and I will do my best to steer you in the right direction. And I'm really, I'm rooting for you. I hope you get into the program. As I said in my previous videos, I am not one that is like, I can't share anything because then someone else will take my money. There's plenty of room in this program. A lot of people just don't have an abundance mindset. I do. So there's millions and millions of products. You just got to be quick. You got to be on top of it if you really want to stand out. But I've done 66 reviews on and a lot of them on things that I didn't think were ever going to make a carousel or get seen, and they are now in top spots on the carousels. So just make your videos 3 products that you love and enjoy, and don't overthink it. Just film, turn on the camera, and just tell everyone what problem it solved, why you love it, and that pretty much solves it right there. So anyhow, guys, if you like this video, if you got something out of it, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and again, comment, ask any questions. If you have any other advice that maybe I missed, throw it in the comment section to help those that might see this video in the future. Have a great night, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.